Today we're bringing you a playthrough of Mythic Battles Ragnarok. I'm Mark.
And I'm Brittany.
And this is
Board Game Coffee.
Let's do this.
Get back here this instant!
Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's do this. You ready, Brittany?
I'm ready.
All right. Now, should let you know that Mythic Battles Ragnarok is not available. Well, it's not available in stores. It is currently on Kickstarter. So if you enjoyed this playthrough, check them out and give Monolith your support. They've put out a lot of good stuff. And and this is also a prototype of the core box and does not necessarily represent the final components you're going to see. Like, these look great. Don't get me wrong. The final components will just look better. So there's that. Okay. Now, this isn't a how to play video, but we will be talking through our moves as we go. And a lot of people like to learn that way. So first thing we're going to do is, well, let me give you a breakdown. Let me give you a breakdown of what Mythic Battles Ragnarok is all about. Okay, so it's a skirmish game, and Mythic Battles, actually, you can play as a skirmish, which is just like me versus Brittany trying to do nasty stuff to each other. Or you could play it as like a campaign adventure, or they have a bunch of, when I say they, Monolith, has a bunch of scenarios that have specific things, like teams and situations that player A and player B will have to contend with. But what we're doing here today is just your basic skirmish, me versus Brittany. And the way you win a skirmish is there's these stones on the board. So first player to collect 4 of those wins. There's 7 on the board total, I think. Yeah, so first player to collect 4 of these stones wins, or runes. There's a lot of names for these things. I keep naming them something different. And the other way to win is each team will have a divinity, which is a god. So the divinities we have available to us are Thor, Hel, Freya, and Loki. All right, so, and we'll be picking one each. There's a whole recruitment process we're gonna have to go through. We have 18 points each to spend. Each character has a point value assigned to it. So we will take turns and building our team. Once we do that, then we commence with the battle. Okay, I think that's a good start, and then we'll just talk through everything as we go. All right, now, first thing we're going to do, Britt, is the recruitment phase. All right, so the recruitment phase, as I said, in 2 players, we have 18 points each, 18 recruitment points each. Now, the rules for recruitment are this. First, we each have to pick a divinity. That's one of the gods. There's 4 available, the 4 I just named. We're going to roll a dice to see who picks first, and then we'll just alternate. The person who picks a divinity last, that is me, will get to pick their next recruit first, and then we ping pong back and forth. And so let's do that until we spend our 18 points. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Let's do this. Okay, first, let's see who gets to pick first. Let's roll your die. Ready? Bam. Okay, so Brittany got a 5, I got a 4. All right, so Brittany goes first. All right, Brittany, who do you want? I'll reach out and grab it to you because I see we've set it up on the opposite end of the table for you, so I'll grab it for you. I
would like Loki, please.
Loki. Okay, so each character will come with a mini. There's your Loki mini.
Thank you. They
each have their own set of cards. How much they have is determined on which character you have. You select. Loki, for example, has 4 cards. You can determine, or sorry, indicated by these 4 stars here. So there's 4 Loki cards for you, and you get a little Loki board. And that Loki board comes with a little token, and tokens do different things based on which character you have. Okay, so my turn. Well, if you're going with Loki, I'm going to go with Thor. We'll have the classic Loki-Thor clash. Bang, bang. Okay, I should have picked somebody closer. He's so far away.
He is so far away.
Okay. Oh, no.
Oh.
I broke Thor's hammer. O-M to the G.
Just to reiterate, these are resin minis. These are not the minis you will be getting on the Kickstarter.
I'm sorry, Monolith, for breaking your toy. Yeah, so the regular prototype minis are resin. They're fragile.
They're very fragile.
And I kind of got ahead of myself because regular minis, I could whip across the room and they'll be fine. But this one tipped over and broke. That is That is a shame.
so sad.
That is so sad. You know what? I'm gonna put a little sticky thing there and give it a little repair job before we get started. I am so bummed.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. All right, so we're back. So we got a little. We just look, his hammer back, good as new. You could hardly tell except for the giant clunk of instant tack that we.
That's magic instant tack.
Magic instant
because
tack.
we're dealing with Thor.
Yeah. So as we mentioned before, the final minis are way more resilient. Prototype minis look beautiful, but they are super fragile. You do, yeah.
That's on us.
That's on us. Our bad. Anyways, okay, let's continue. So I got my Thor mini. I got my Thor cards. Now I gotta get my Thor dashboard. And Thor's my favorite one too. I'm so bummed. So bummed. Oh well. Sorry, Monolith, I didn't mean to break your toy. Okay, so Brittany. No, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I picked a divinity. Now I have to recruit. Oh, here's the other recruitment rules. So we each choose one god to be our divinity. So we can't. Those other ones are off limits. Hell and Frey are off limits.
Each one costs 6 that we have.
Yes, each one costs 6 points so far. Now, you can recruit any other mini you want, but you can only recruit one more mini that is valued at 5 or 6. Once you do that, then you can't. All your other minis have to be below a 5 value. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab Hiram. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Hrym. Grab his cards and his board, and I'm gonna be more careful with everybody from now on.
You're usually very careful. That was just unfortunate.
I think I was just distracted by hosting, and it was just all bad.
Your minis are in the wrong spot.
Oh, gotta switch the boards.
I'm flustered now.
Okay, so I chose Hiram. He cost me 4 points, 4 recruitment points. So so far I got Thor and Hiram. So I've got 10 points spent. I got 8 points to go.
Okay, I would like Fenrir. The dog.
The dog. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to necessarily pronounce all the names correctly. So there's your Fenrir mini. Gently fragile.
I always need my buddy.
Your Fenrir cards and your dashboard, miss. How much is he?
5.
Okay, 5. So you cannot get any more creatures that cost 5 or more. So that means like this big boy here, he's off limits to you because he costs 5. And I think that's it. I think that's the only one that's off limits to. Oh no, she's off limits to you too. What's her name? Gulveig? You know what? I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna take Gulveig. She's off limits to you.
You don't get to pick right now.
What?
I get to pick.
Didn't you just choose Fenrir?
Yeah, but...
No, it's my turn.
But we
It's
did
back and forth.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but what?
But you picked first. So
Yeah.
now I pick first.
No. That only goes for the gods.
Oh.
Now we just go back and forth.
Fine.
Nice try. Nice try. So I'm gonna pick her up by the mini, not by the cards she's on. And all the cards you grab of these characters, you're just gonna kind of stick them on, just make a little pile, because you're gonna shuffle that later. You're basically building your deck that you play with, that controls these characters.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Lagertha.
Lagertha, where's she? Oh, she's
She's
right
in
here.
the front.
Okay, so there's Lagertha's mini. She's a hero. Yeah, so far we've gotten a god, my Hiram is a monster, and my Gulveig is a hero. Like your Fenrir is a monster, right? Yeah. You can tell by the color code. Green is monster, gold is god, and gray is hero.
Oh, so she's a hero.
All right. And so it's my go. I think I'm going to snag another monster. I'm going to grab... What is this guy's name? The guy with the horny guy. I'm gonna grab the horny guy. And his name is Jotun. Jotun? I'm gonna pronounce a lot of these names wrong. Alright, and then I'll grab his dashboard. Here we go. If you're walking around upstairs, I don't know if that could pick up the mic could pick it up. Our dogs are upstairs just kind of chilling out while we play down here. Oh, got them mixed up again. There you go. Bam. Alright, so how many points have I spent? I've lost track. Gulveig was 5, and Jotun is only 2. He's a big guy, but he's only 2 points. It's pretty good. So total, I have 10, 15, 17 points. I only have 1 point left to spend.
Only one point left.
That's all I have. I'm at 17.
I am currently at 14.
All right, so you have 4 points left to spend. What you gonna do?
Okay, I would like...
Oh, and if you noticed, I don't know if you noticed, Brittany, troop units, they don't have these big like character dashboards. They've just got a little card that's got their stats on it. And a troop unit is made up of a collection of minis. So it's like a whole posse. And I've just put 1 mini per card, just so you can tell which mini they're associated with.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I'm going to go with the Sears.
Okay, Sears? Like the store? Didn't they go under?
Sears. They go like Canadian.
Okay, so
Forget
this is what the troop unit cards look like. There's these small little cards. There you go. And we put plastics on them, like sleeves.
But I get all these people too.
Yeah. Oh, here's your cards. We put sleeves on all the cards, so I hope they're not too reflective, because they're easier to shuffle with the sleeves on. As far as the prototype cards.
So my Sears unit is 5.
Oh yeah, so Sears, she gets 5 minis for that Sears unit. And it only cost her 1 recruitment point. So we didn't mention that.
But they only move as a unit. So because I did one of these units, I could get one of those other cards, right?
Yeah, so here's the deal. Here's what Brittany's talking about. When you recruit a troop unit, you collect all the minis, collect all the cards, and their character board, or card, but you also get the option, and this is new to Mythic Battles Ragnarok versus Mythic Battles Pantheon, is they've introduced these Jarls. Now, Jarls are kind of like boosts or extra powers you can give your troop units, and only your troop units. You can't give it to these guys. So, usually the recruitment goes back and forth, but when you're recruiting a troop, you'll get an option that you can spend 1 recruitment point to get a Jarl. Which one would you like?
I'm having a hard time seeing them with the glare. I would like... Do you want me to get up and get it? It's kind of far for me.
I can get it.
The second one from the end, I think?
Oh, the Harald, this guy?
What does it say? Oh, recalling this troop does not require discarding an Art of War card. So yes, this is what I want. Harold Fair Hair.
Okay.
He does have nice hair.
So, and now I'm going to go. So yeah, so that ability is permanently on the Sears. What does it do? You don't have to...
So when recalling this troop, it does not require discarding an Art of War card.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. When your big characters die, the guys with the dashboard, unless they have a superpower that brings them back, they're dead, they're gone. But your troop units, when they die, they're kind of made up of humans, so there's lots of us around, so you could just recall your troop, and they just kind of come back from the dead, or at least are replaced. So they're not back from the dead, I guess they're more like replaced, because there's lots of humans. Okay, so my go. I have 1 point to spend. Now, all troop units and all Jarls, at least in the prototype we have, are all worth 1 recruitment point. So I'm going to recruit... I'm going to take the Oathbreakers. Now, here's a little thing about the Oathbreakers. Specifically, the Oathbreakers in the prototype. When the prototype got here, it's not packed by Monolith. It's packed by whoever created the prototype. We got 1 extra unit of these Vikings, whatever the Joms Vikings, whatever. We got 1 extra mini for them, but we got 1 less mini for the Oathbreakers. So what I've been doing, if I use the Oathbreakers, is I've added the extra Viking mini that doesn't have a home. So now he's an Oathbreaker. So he looks a little different, but they travel as a pack anyways, so it works
Doesn't
out.
really matter,
It works
yeah.
out fine. Just looks a little weird. But he's like the new guy. He doesn't fit in. He's trying to join the Oathbreakers. He's recruiting. He's a temp. Okay, so that was it. That's my 18 points.
Okay, so I currently have 16, so I get 2 more.
Oh, you got 2 more.
So I would like...
You're gonna get another. You could get. All you could get is either 2 troops or a troop and a Jarl.
I would like a troop and a Jarl. So can I get the... I can't see their name. Can I get the wolf?
Oh, the guys with the wolf on the heads. They have
Yeah.
like the. All right, so there you go. There's that mini. I'll grab you the minis too. And there's their cards, miss.
Thank you.
And I'll grab their minis for you. They're over here. There you go.
Thanks.
And who else would you like?
I'm going to go with a Jarl.
What else? Your Jarl.
And I believe the Jarl.
Do you want the one that's got the guy that's got the wolf on his head?
Yeah.
just
I feel like that's thematic.
just to be matchy-matchy? Is this the one? Yeah, he's got like an animal on his head. Angrim. I have no Jarls because I spent all my points before I used the Jarls. But I have one troop where Brittany has 2. Okay, so I think we've spent all our recruitment points. So we're gonna do. Let's switch from our recruitment camera and get our regular camera. I should do the snap now. Okay, so we're all recruited up. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to, I don't remember the order exactly, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to build our decks, okay? So we have all the cards of the characters that we've recruited. And on top of that, we're going to add an Art of War card for every, let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can show it on one of these cameras here. If you look at, Thor has it. See if I can see it on this camera. If you look here, there's this little symbol that looks like a little, I don't know, like an A without the line through the middle, or a little tent. That is a symbol for your Art of War cards. So for every symbol that appears on your dashboards, you're going to get an Art of War card. So I've got one on Thor, one on Hiram, none on Jotun, and I got 2 on Gulve, if I'm pronouncing her name right. So that's 4 for me. So could you pass me 4 Art of War cards? Thank you very much. How many do you have?
3.
3 total across all your characters? Yeah. I was playing with Chris yesterday, and his team up had 6 Art of War cards in it.
Wicked.
Which is pretty good. Now, Art of War cards are useful. They're kind of like the generic cards. Let me give you a little run on how the game works. Actually, let's play the characters first. Let's finish setting up the table, and then we'll do a run through on how the rules work. So, I
really like these sleeves.
Yeah, they feel really nice, don't they?
They do, and they're really cool.
If this is like Monolith sent us these sleeves along with the game.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, by the way. If these are an option in the Kickstarter, get them. They feel nice.
They're just wicked looking.
Yeah, they look cool. Let's see if I can use this camera here. They look cool.
They feel
and
great.
they feel really nice.
They don't really get caught like the other ones.
No, they're really good. Really quality. Anyways, that's enough about the sleeves. So, next thing we're going to do is we are going to set the table up. Now, the scenario, we already chose our board before we started recording, and we set up the gems or stones that are around the board that we have to collect based on what was in, let me see if I can pull this out of here. Oh no, I just dropped a reference sheet. What was in the scenario book. So you open this up, and it's got a bunch of scenarios there for you, and we just followed one of those. I think we've done this one. So, because they have ones for 2-player, 4-player, and 3-player. All right, I got my sheet back. Funny thing about this sheet is first time I looked at it, I was like, how is this going to be helpful? There's so much information on this. It's so helpful. once you know what you're looking for, yeah, once you know how to play, you're like, thank you, reference sheet.
Yeah,
it's great for learning.
I love it.
Okay, so where were we before I knocked over the reference sheets? Oh, right. So we're gonna start deploying characters, and we have the option of 2 deployment zones. So there is 1 deployment zone in these 3 spaces dictated by the scenario book, which is this space, that space, and so these 3 spaces here. Ding, ding, ding. And for me, it is, or for the one on my side, it's this one, that one, and the far end one. So we're going to be starting on opposite sides. So to make it easy for you, I'm suggesting I take this side here. It's just easier for me.
Pretty good.
Okay?
Yep.
So, who won the roll? You did. So technically you would get to pick first, so I'm assuming you were going to pick the spot right in front of you anyways. Which is a good spot, actually. I feel lucky on this spot. This is my preferred area, is this area here. Oh, this tree's supposed to be here. You got slid over.
Okay, so I'm going to put my seers on this location.
Okay, all right. Seers, they're camping in the woods, in the forest. All right, my go. Oh, and this, the deployment or the deployment of the troops? I don't know if deployment is the right term, but the placing of the troop units at the beginning is part of the setup. So we're not actually playing yet. from videos I saw, because I actually never played Pantheon, but from videos I've been watching, in the original game, there was no step where you drop troops off at the beginning.
Oh.
You kind of just started the game right away, and you used your cards to kind of deploy characters into play. But that, I think this way speeds up the game more, because you start with units already on the board.
Yeah.
So you don't have to, we don't go this back and forth being like, I'll play a guy,
Waiting.
you play a person, you play a person. It goes faster. So, even though we are still going back and forth, but this is faster. So I have my Oathbreakers, and I'm going to place them over here. I'm going to place my Oathbreakers over here. So, Britt. Oh yeah, and you can only place troop units. I think that's the part I didn't finish. Is we go back and forth playing troop units. The monsters and gods and heroes are not placed at this time unless they have a special ability that says they can. All right, so Brittany.
All right. I'm also going to put
This is your wolf pack. What are they called?
My Ulfidner.
I'm sure you've pronounced that perfectly. I'm not even going to try.
My Ylfender. Fedner.
It's called the Lost Boys.
The Lost
right.
Boys.
So they're over there.
They're stuck together.
They're good. Well, it's because this guy's got a sword in his mouth. Okay, so my go.
He's tough.
Now here's the thing. I have no more troop units, and Brittany just positioned her last troop unit. So normally this is where we would start. But I have two of my monsters actually have a character talent called Scout. So Scout allows me to deploy them at the beginning of the game, just like a troop unit. So I'm going to position my Jotun. I'm just going to call him Joe. I'm going to put Joe over here. Get over there, Joe. There you go. And now it would go Brittany's turn, but Brittany has nobody with Scout and no more troop units. Mm-hmm. So then it goes back to me. I got Hiram, pretty sure that's how you pronounce that name. And I'm going to position him right here with my Oathbreakers. Okay, so now everybody positioned. We're going to draw our hands, and then I'm going to kind of walk you through the gist of the game of how this works. Okay, first thing to get our hands is we get 3 bonus Art of War cards each. There, thank you, miss. Mm-hmm. Now, I gotta say, we're playing on our new game topper, and I'm digging the little card. I didn't think I would, like the little things to hold your cards open, but I do. I enjoy it. It's like perfect for a game like this because there's not a lot of text, so like the little crack doesn't hide anything. It's just like at a glance, you play this and this and that and that. It's great. Anyways, and then you draw 3 more cards off the top of your deck.
Right.
There you go. Okay, now this is how the game works. I'll go through my deck and show you, but then I'll just shuffle it again. So, the characters you have on the board, you can do stuff with, but to do anything with anybody on the board, you're going to need one of their activation cards. So they look basically like this. So an activation card is just a card with a picture of that unit. There's no fancy text on it. No, nothing really. So once you play that or you discard it, that means I can use my Oathbreakers. I can trigger my Oathbreakers. And the things you can do with your characters are pretty much the same. There's certain things that gods can do more than us normies. But overall, you can take either 2 simple actions or 1 complex action. Now, a simple action can be walk, attack, or claim. Walk is walking from space to space based on your character movement speed. The claim is when your unit walks up to one of these stones, crystals, and takes them. They don't absorb them. They're just kind of holding on to them. This doesn't count toward the win condition so far. They're just kind of holding them. They haven't delivered them to the end zone yet. And the last thing was, I said walk, attack, claim. I did that. Oh, an attack is pretty much attack. That's when you attack somebody. And we roll dice and then people die sometimes. Okay, so those are your simple actions. You can do any 2 of those you want. You can't double up. And for the most part, you could do them in any order. The only order you can't do is you cannot walk after you attack, unless you have a special ability that says you can. The idea is like, you're not a bunch of cowards. You're not going to just punch somebody in the face and run. This is Ragnarok. You're Vikings, damn it. You're Vikings, Brit.
Some of my peeps do that.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
So those are your 2 simple actions. You can pick any 2 of those. And then you can do one, or you could do one complex action. Now, complex action is you can run, which allows you to move 1 more space than a walk, which comes in handy more often than you think. Mm-hmm. You can do, if you're a god, you can do an absorb, which is if a god character, but for me it's Thor, for Brittany it's Loki. If they're on a space with the crystal, either if it's unclaimed, if they're holding it, or if one of their allied units are holding it, they can absorb it. And you take it off the board, you put it on their card, and boom, that's 1 toward our victory. Mm-hmm. Now, I missed one. There is run, absorb, and it's like deploy. Right, deploy. Now, the only characters that can deploy are characters, non-troop units that have not been played yet and have not been destroyed. So I can deploy, if I play a Thor card, if I went like, boom, If I went boom, play a Thor card, I can play Thor in any one of my deployment areas. So, put these back in, shuffle 1, and take Thor out of there.
Careful.
So that's how that works. Mm-hmm. And those are the simple actions. And now everybody has...
and then there's one more, Ascend.
Ascend. Oh, yes. There's also Ascend. But the only reason I didn't mention that one is because Ascend allows you to climb onto rocks. There is no rocks or anything you can climb on this level.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of different levels, and each level or each layout, each board has a different layout of where stones go and where starting areas are. And in this board, there's no stones. Mm-hmm. So Ascend doesn't do anything for us. So there you go. That's done. And every character also has talents, which are written... I'll show you. Let's show you this one here. Well, he's got 1. He's only got 1, but a lot of characters have many. He's got Torment. That's a talent he's got. So they're like passive things that are always active. Over here are his powers. So it'll give you the condition that needs to be met for those powers to trigger, any bonuses that that they offer, and the character's stats. That's what's on the cards there. For the heroes, or the gods, heroes, and monsters, their dashboards have their talents here. As you can see, Thor's got 3. And then their superpowers here, and this window slides up and down as they take damage. And the prototype's a little hard to slide down, but they slide. There you go. So, there you go. And some of the powers, none of the talents require, that I know of, none of the talents require Art of War cards, but a lot of the powers require Art of War cards to do. Okay, but we'll talk about that as we go through it. Mm-hmm. Is there anything I'm missing before we start? Oh, the environment. There are different things in the environment you should know about. These trees are in forests. So forests provide bonus defense against ranged attacks. Those runes over there, those little stone things, can you point to them, Britt?
These right here.
Those right there. Those runes, if you're in there, you get +1 defense during a melee attack. So if somebody attacks you, you get defense. You're hiding behind rocks. And then these zones here that have these little snowflake, that's a polar zone. And those are, they block line of sight. And they also do all kinds of nasty things to you if you start your turn in there. You basically take damage, you can't do anything. It's cold. It's cold. It's not good. The only people not affected by this are creatures that have the boreal, the boreal effect. And currently there are 2 on the board. Him, Hiram, and Joe. They have the boreal effect, so they're not affected by these icy zones. Actually, one of his powers is to make more icy zones. And he ices people.
That's cool.
And
one of the cool things that I want you to mention is the fact that, because I think it's such a cool ability, there are some characters that have the ability to actually throw nature. So if they're battling in a certain zone that has trees, they can actually throw the trees at their
Oh yeah, it's called force.
enemies.
It's called force of nature, so they can just rip a tree out of the ground and throw it at people.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I can also throw those
The runes?
those runes.
That's
I can just toss those at people too.
Because you can use those as shields.
Yeah. So what do you mean you can use them as shields?
Can't you? They up your
If you're
armor.
in that. Yeah, if you're in that area. Yeah. But the area still has that ability even if you get rid of the 3D elements.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. That's
At least as far as I've read the rules, that's still a thing. And there also, you'll see this boat. There's this double line here. I don't know if you can make it out in the video, but that double line means you can't walk over this. And this little triangle means if you're on this side of the triangle, the wide side, you've got higher ground and you get an advantage over attacking people in lower ground. We'll talk about that when we get there. And I think that's pretty much the gist. The numbers here, the numbers on all the spaces represent how many units you can have on a space. Not minis, units. As in all these minis here, my Oathbreakers, that's 1 unit. He is 1 unit. And this area they're on can carry 4, I believe. Where's the number? 4. I put them right on it. So they can carry 4.
But the bridge can only do 2.
Yeah, the bridge can only carry 2. All right. So I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
I think we're good to go.
And
so,
we'll go through the powers when we are using them with the characters.
Yeah. All right, Britt. So on your turn, first thing you do is draw a card.
All right. I am going to use...
Oh, one thing Brittany can also do, other than triggering characters, is she can use her Art of War cards to perform what's called a maneuver. Now, a maneuver, there's 2 options. It's you can sacrifice an Art of War card, sacrifice one of these, this one right here, sacrifice one of those, to either draw 2 random cards from the top of your deck, or you can fish for one specific card from inside your deck, and then you have to shuffle it. So either 2 randoms or 1 specific card. And you can do that, you can do each of those, but you can't double up on any of them. And you can only do it once per, one each per round. Okay, sorry. Continue.
That's okay. So my first character that I'm going to play is Lagertha. And I'm actually going to deploy her, right?
Okay. Yep.
So she can go...
Everybody's piling up this one space, eh? You gonna start a raid on the ship?
Possibly. Okay, so she actually has a really interesting ability called Leader. And Leader, do you want to explain Leader?
Sure. Oh, and keep in mind that what you're supposed to be doing is we can, as we play one card, like she played her Lagertha card, so she can deploy Lagertha. That's a Lagertha activation. She activated her, used a complex action to deploy.
Yeah.
Now, if she wanted to use another unit, because you can't trigger the same unit twice in a turn, she would have to get rid of an Art of War card and then that unit's activation card. So the second activation costs 2 cards. If you don't have an Art of War card, you can't do it. But their Lagertha has an ability called Leader, which is neat. When she ends her activation, and since she deployed and she ended her activation here, she can go through her deck, draw a card of any unit that is in her surrounding area, which is either the area she's standing in or anyone adjacent to that area. So right now, Brittany has the option of the Seers and the Lost Boys, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called. She can go grab their card from their deck, show it, and just toss it in a discard deck and activate them without the use of a Art of War card. So Britt, use your Leader ability.
Okay, so I'm going to activate the Seers.
You're using it from your hand?
I'm going to use it from my hand.
You could use it from the deck if you want. Because then you can save the one in your hand for...
Another time?
Yeah, it's best to save the ones in your hand and go through the deck and grab them. Because then you always have access to them, right? So then you play it right away. You play it right away so we know we're not cheating.
Sorry. I know I gotta shuffle.
Yeah, so then you shuffle. Because you just put whatever you want in your deck. Like, I'm going to put Loki in here. It's like, oh, look, a Seer. Okay, so that works out.
And I'm going to use the Seer's complex ability to run.
Okay, where are they running to?
They are going to run.
Do you want me to help you there?
1, 2. Or can I go here? I can go there.
Yeah, you can
can't
go
I?
there. No, you can't. Not through here.
Oh,
through
not
here. It
through
has
this one. Okay.
But you didn't have to. Oh, because their movement is only 1.
Correct.
So their movement is 1, but by running using complex action, she can move 1 more further. Okay. Are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, let's see what I can do here. Okay. So first, I'm gonna draw a card, and I am going to use Joe. I'm going to trigger Joe. And I'm going to trigger Joe. He's going to do a simple action. So he's going to move or walk. He's going to go. He's going to walk over there. And he's going to claim. So I'm going to make sure I'm not. There you go. Oh no. There you go. He has short arms. So for Joe, I moved him and then I claimed that crystal. So he's holding on to that.
His name is actually Joe?
It's like Jotun.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
I was like, that doesn't seem very...
I think his name is Jotun. If I'm pronouncing it right, it's Jotun. It's, yeah.
I know, but you're saying Joe.
I know, we're buddies. He's on my team. We're friends. We go way back. There you go. That's how you pronounce it. I already spelled it. Okay. So next, I'm going to play an Art of War card to trigger another, to activate another character. So what I'm doing next is I'm playing Thor. I'm going to trigger Thor to deploy him. So I'm going to deploy Thor right here by the bridge. And he's got an eye on your seers. He's like, what you ladies up to? What you doing? That's what he's doing. So I'm done.
Okay.
And if we make any mistakes during this playthrough, forgive us. It's easy to miss things when you're hosting and playing.
It's true. Okay, so I'm going to play Fenrir.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
I'm going to deploy him. He's going to go here.
Oh, are you really?
And then I'm going to play an Art of War card. And I'm going to play a Seers. And I'm going to move 1.
All right. So they're going over
and
here.
Claim.
Okay.
But there's not really a lot of room to claim on their
bases because they're dresses.
Because the dresses, yeah.
So let's just can she carry it on her shoulder?
Just be careful, you know.
There you go. Look at that.
Okay.
She's holding it like a keg or something.
She's tough.
Yeah. Okay, so she's holding that.
You're good.
Oh, where does mine go? All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, what are my options? What are the options available to me? Okay, I'm going to use an Art of War card. No. Nice try, Britt. You make me use an Art of War card that I did not want to use. I'm going to use Thor. I'm going to trigger Thor again. And I'm going to have him go 1, 2. So he's going to do a simple action. And he's got a movement of 2. And I'm going to go visit your seers. Okay?
So how come...
What?
Oh, I see. Never mind.
You're talking about why this is connecting that? Because the line?
I see it.
Okay, so 1, 2.
I haven't played this side of the board yet.
So Thor is on the same space as your seers.
Dislike.
And he's going to make sure you can
much.
see his hammer in your face.
Dislike
so
very
now,
much.
now he walked, and for a second simple action, he's going to attack.
No.
Now Thor's attack is 8. So he's got 8. So he gets 8 dice. So there's 5. Britt, can you hook me up with some dice on the other side there?
No. I
5, and 2 more?
Being bitter. Why does Thor have to go after me?
So Thor has... Oh, he's got an attack of 8. I need 1 more die. Sorry.
Get it yourself.
All right. So Thor, I've got my Thor dice. You know what? I'm going to put this drink over here. I like these little snappy snap cup holders. Okay. So there's all Thor's dice. So I've collected the 8 based on his dashboard. Tells me he's got an attack of 8. And none of his abilities help me at the moment. But I might be able to use Mighty Throw. So we'll see how that goes. Do you have any abilities on your seers I should be worried about?
I have mobility.
That's when you're attacking. Doesn't affect me now.
Yeah.
Your talents? What are your talents on your seers? Oh, just mobility. That's their talent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
they get an extra unit.
When they attack.
They
get an extra offensive.
So mobility only works if you're...
Yeah, because
if you're attacking.
Yeah, because mobility allows you to attack and then walk away. Where normally you can't attack and then take a walk action, but mobility allows you to do that. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Mm-hmm. I'll bounce right off. Okay, so here's how combat works. First, I roll the 8 dice. Now, I have to score... What's their armor?
4.
Oh, it's only 4. So this is going to be easy. The combat system with the dice is a little... It's very interesting. It's very unique.
Yeah.
But I like it. But although you're not going to see it in this combat because their armor is only 4. So let's see what we do here. Well, this is a 5. That's the highest the die goes. So 5 is a hit. Blanks are complete misses, that's a sad story. So let's just separate these out of here so you can see them. Did I turn that? I missed if I spun that by accident. No. All right. Okay. So there's a lot there. Okay, there's nothing else there I'm missing. So the 5 is going to be 1 hit guaranteed. So that's for you. That's 1 dead. And since they don't have boards, the way they die is you just take their minis off. So 5 minis is essentially, not right now, wait to the end. 5 minis is essentially 5 health. So here's where we go. 5 is a hit. And now it's 4s. So I'm going to take that 3. I can sacrifice a die. Doesn't matter the number that's on it, but I'm going to sacrifice this die and upgrade this 3 to a 4. Because every die you sacrifice upgrades the die by 1. Here's another 3. I'll sacrifice that one. Make that a 4. And now, I know you're thinking, no, 2 and 2 is 4. No. Sacrificing a die would only up this to a 3, which doesn't get us anything. So, that's 3 hits on them. Oh, I got a blank in that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got a blank. So, because of the hosting, I forgot to do this. I can use Thor's ability, which is Mighty Throw. So I'm going to throw...
Don't you have to pay for it?
I'm going to pick them up. You just have to remove a blank, which I did. Mm-hmm. So a throw is interesting. For 1 blank die, which I rolled, it's recorded, for 1 blank die, you can throw a troop unit or a hero. For 2 blank die, which I didn't get 2 blank die, you can throw a monster or a god. So what I'm going to do is so if we did this in the right order, it doesn't really change anything. But
I feel so sad right now.
I pick them up, and when they get thrown, they drop whatever they're carrying. So that stone stays there. So I'm going to throw them over here to this bridge. Because I can throw them to any adjacent space. So I'm going to throw them right there. So I took them from here to here. They're on this bridge. Whipped them. I want them off my boat. And the crystal stayed behind. Thank you, Crystal.
I'm so bitter right now. Like, what a rage.
So I threw them, and that's when we would apply the damage. So it would be 1, 2, 3. So 3 of them are dead. So let's take 3 of them off the board.
I was very unlucky with the fact that he had Thor cards right away.
So they're not dead for good. She could always do a troop recall and get them back. And then they would just appear near their... Oh, you can't do a troop recall. You can't do a troop recall until Loki's on the board. But, so, Thor did that. Now, normally, Brittany would get a chance to retaliate. If she had a seer card in her hand, she could play that and retaliate and attack me back. I can't retaliate against a retaliation, but it's a chance for her to attack me back. But you could only do that if you're in the same space. She's not in the same space as me, so she can't attack me anymore.
What about if I have range?
Yeah, if you had range, you could, and you do have range.
I do.
So yeah, so you could retaliate now if you still had range on me. You gonna retaliate?
Yes.
All right, so she's using her card to retaliate. Keep in mind you don't get your bonus because you do not have a complete unit. So
I only get 3 dice?
The Seers have a bonus where if they have a complete unit, she gets +1 attack.
Wait, would I have to save this card in order to bring them back?
What do you mean to bring them back?
Sorry,
No. To do a troop recall, all you need is an Art of War card.
Okay. I want to do that? No, I don't. I don't.
You're going up against Thor. Come on, you're going to have to hit like 8.
Yeah.
Bring it.
No.
Bring it.
No.
Bring it, little lady.
No.
And you are a little lady.
But I am, but I want to bring my
Everybody's
people,
a little lady or a little something.
back.
Okay, hold on. You do that at the end of your turn. It's not your turn now. It's my turn.
Fine.
So, I've been doing a lot of talking. I forgot what I did. Okay, so I just played Thor. That was my first move.
I'm so bitter.
And now I can't activate Thor again. But I can only use a Art of War card to draw 2 cards. And then I'm going to... I don't think I want to do anything. I think I might want to leave it as is. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let it be.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pick up my card. Okay, I'm gonna play Lagertha.
Lagertha, is that her name? Laggy? We need
Hold
nicknames for all these.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm not. I'm gonna play an Art of War card to pick up 2.
All right. And that ability, the maneuvers, you can do it on anybody's turn. So I could do my Art of War. She could have done that on my turn.
All right. I'm gonna play Loki.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna deploy Loki.
I'm gonna deploy Loki.
You're gonna deploy Loki. How's this token staying on there? It fits in between his feet?
Yeah. That's quite good.
He's got an ability where you can take that token and then he basically swaps spaces with one of his allies and they get attacked instead. Bit of a dick move, but do it. Oh, look at you. I see everybody's got their eye on Joe. All right, all right.
And sorry, I can play an Art of War card now. Actually, I'm not going to. Go.
Okay, my go. Let's draw it up.
I'm so bitter. Oh wait, at the end of my turn I can bring my people back.
Oh yeah, sorry. At the end of your turn, you can use an Art of War card.
Mm-hmm.
So use an Art of War card. And then you would take these seers and your other seers that are already dead, and you put them in the space with Loki.
Okay.
Now these goes there too. Get him in the space. Get him in there. Get him in there. Come on. There you go. There you go. Just move your doggy over. You're good. Now, if that space was full, if it was occupado, because right now that space is full.
Now
you've got 3 units on there.
Yep.
If it was full before, you wouldn't be able to do that troop recall.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's my go. I already picked up my card. I'm going to play Golve. I'm going to deploy Golve. I'm going to deploy her right here.
Oh wait. When I'm recalling that unit, I don't have to discard an Art of War card.
Oh, that's their ability.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll let you take that back. So that Brittany's Jarl, what she did with getting rid of the Art of War card is what you're supposed to do normally. But her Jarl says she does not have to do that. Oh, don't your girls say when they're destroyed you get to draw a card for free?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hey there. Now, what you're about to see is Brittany take an extra card because of her Jarl ability, which says that the Seers draw a card when they are completely destroyed. Now, we're backtracking here, but we shouldn't have done that because Brittany's Seer troops were actually never destroyed. There were 2 remaining. She recalled them all, but she recalled them before they were destroyed. That is legal. Her taking this card, that's just cheating.
If you win, this is why. Okay. So, I played her. And so I deployed her there. She's also got the leader ability, which we've seen Lagertha do. So I'm going to go through my deck. And I'm going to trigger the... Who do I want to trigger? I'm going to trigger the Oathbreakers. Because they're in my spot. What I like about Oathbreakers as a troop unit is not only do they regenerate at the end of turn, but they can move 2 spaces, unlike most troop units. So 1, 2 as a simple action, and then they're going to claim that stone. Alrighty. So that was that. Go, Britt.
What was the sneak attack again? Do you remember?
Sneak attack is if there's an allied unit in the space with you, I think you get +1 to your
It says in the same
offense.
area.
Yeah, in the same area, so in the same space.
Okay, this is...
It's not surrounding area. Same area, right? It says same area, not surrounding area, right?
Same area.
Yep, so that's what it does.
Okay, okay. Then, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my seers, and they're going to do a complex action by running. So 1, 2.
Hey, ladies. Welcome to the Joe party.
And I'm going to use an Art of War card
Don't care for that.
to play.
Oh, I see what
Fenner.
you're doing. Good combo.
And he goes to 1, 2.
So
and
you're taking a walk action because you're doing a simple?
Yeah, a simple action. And he's going to attack
Joe? You're going to attack Joe?
that guy.
All right. Joe has, what talents does Fenrir have that I have to worry about?
A sneak attack because there's an ally in his area.
Okay.
So the unit gains +1 offensive unit
What?
until
+1
offense. Sorry, +1 offense.
+1 offense.
Offense. Until the end of their activation if another allied unit is in the same area during a range 0 normal attack.
Which is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because during a melee attack,
So do I get an extra
it's
die?
+1. Yes. And doesn't he do something where I lose defense? My defense is dropped by 1?
Yes. When Fenner performs an attack action, the enemy unit suffers -1 defense
Okay.
for this attack. Fenner can then move to another area without being affected by the block talent.
Okay.
Talent. Sorry.
Tenant. Okay, so Joe's armor is 6. You've reduced it to 5. So he should be fairly easy for your big dog to put a hurt on. Mm-hmm. So go for it.
So I attack with 9 die, but I get +1. Do we have 10 die?
Yep, I think there's 10 die is the max you can get. You can't get boosted even with, like, if you keep stacking bonuses, you can't get more than 10. So make sure you have 10 there. Make sure we didn't lose a die.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
Okay, we're good. So drop them all down the hole. Oh, so many blanks. Oh, and so many high numbers. Let me help you clean this up a bit.
However,
Oh, do you have...
are you... Oh, you're not a god.
I'm not a god. I'm a monster. So you don't get anything.
Fine.
So the blanks are gone. Let's pull out...
What do I hit on?
You hit on 5s. So
Okay.
let's pull out... I'm just pulling them out so you can see them easier.
Yep.
There you go. It's the positions we put ourselves in when we're filming. Like you're behind.
It's the awkward... Yeah.
Okay, now I might have accidentally flipped that to a 3. I'm not sure if I did, but it's okay.
No, I had a 3.
yeah.
I don't know if that second one was...
It doesn't matter. It's a 3 now. Like I think it was a 2, if anything. It's either so it was either always a 3 or a 2. Either way, I'm good.
Okay. So I need a 5 to hit you, right?
Yeah. So you got an easy thing here. You can do like each of those are 4s. So if you get rid of 4 die, that's like +1, +1, +1, +1. You just apply it to each one.
Okay.
Right? That's like
Yep.
easy. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yep.
So then all of these would turn into 5s, and you would hit him 4 times.
Great.
He's not dead yet, but he's at 1.
So, sorry, that shield was... Oh, okay. Was the 5 included with a negative.
Yep. Yep. So look what you did to poor Joe. He's all the way down here now.
And now I can jump to another space.
Okay. You're on 2 spaces. Pick a space.
Oh, I
Pick a
can't
lane.
see the... I
Pick a
can't
lane.
see the lines.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
There's a glare from
likely
my
story.
perspective.
okay. Now Joe has lost his move ability. He can't move anymore.
Excellent.
He can attack, but he can't move. Okay. Are we ready? Is it my go? Are you done?
Yeah, because I moved an attack.
Yeah, you've done enough. I'm gonna drop. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. Huh. Okay, so let's try something coolio. Hiram is going to, I don't know if that's his name, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. I'm gonna activate him, and he is going to do a move of 2. So he's gonna walk on over. He's gonna go 1, 2. Move over there. There you go.
No. You're going to throw a tree at me, aren't you?
I'm so going to throw a tree at you. So here's the thing. His range is normally 1. All right? You follow?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His range is normally 1. But when you use the force of nature to throw a tree, he gets +1. So now my range is 2. So I can reach your dog from where I am.
How? Oh.
Because the shortest path is 2.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to be able to draw a line for the line of sight. I have to be able to draw a line from that number to this number without it passing through any, how can I say, through any spaces. Actually, I don't know if I can. Because if you draw a straight line from here to here, it crosses this space.
Yeah.
So if it crosses this space, that means my line of sight is blocked by these guys. Mm-hmm. So it's okay. I'm there. I'm going to throw something at your seers. So let's see how this is going to go down. So throwing him at your seers, he's got seers do nothing. I get no bonus for protecting your seers. Your seers have 1 extra shield? No, they don't.
No.
Okay. They get 1 extra attack. Okay, so his attack is normally 8, which is right here. But because he's throwing a tree, he doesn't only get +1 range. He gets +1 attack. So I'm rolling 9 die on your seers. You ready, miss?
No.
You're ready to get a free card.
Ooh. Blanks.
There's a few blanks in there.
I'll take it.
What are they? 4s to hit, right? I only have to hit 4s on them?
Yes.
So that's 1 seer dead. 2 seers dead. 3 seers dead. What else we got here?
Now you're just bragging.
So, blank. I'm pulling the blanks out because those are total fails. Any die here? No. So,
There's one over on the side there.
yeah. Oh, yeah, come over here. Okay, so
You can get 4.
those are dead. And I will sacrifice those 2 die to turn that one into a 4. And there you go. So that's 4 of them are dead. I can never wipe them out. I always get them, like the most I've gotten them is to like 1. Resilient. All right. So that was him throw. Oh, he threw a tree. So I take the tree off the board and he just basically just threw it through them. So they got impaled. So that tree's out of the game. Just stick that there.
Yeah, you know what? They're badass though. Like they've been knocked off the board twice now.
Oh, you get a free card. No, you don't, because they're not destroyed.
They're not destroyed.
Okay, so he can do more. He can do more. He can do more. What's his special abilities? I don't want to do them right now. Go.
Okay. So, pick up a card. Okay, I'm going to use...
I find it's hard to track how many times I've gone because I'm talking
You're
so much.
talking so much, yeah. I'm going to use an Art of War card to actually look for a specific card.
Okay. Do you want to tell me what it is?
No.
She doesn't have to, but it'd be nice.
It would be, but I'm not nice. Now I'm going to shuffle.
I don't know. What you gonna do? Just taking a look through my graveyard.
I'm going to play a Thinner card. I'm going to walk and attack.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. Bring it. Bring it.
And I get 10 again.
Bring it, dog face. All you need to do is hit me for 4. So, all blanks, and we'll be good. All blanks. All... Well, not all blanks, but you did get a lot of blanks.
I did get a lot, yeah.
You don't have to do the math. We're done. Once he's done. Take him off the board.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Drop the crystal. But here's the thing. He's not off the board. Do you know why? Because Joe has an ability called Horde. When this unit is destroyed, you can discard an Art of War card, ding ding, to return this unit to play in one of your deployment zones.
No!
So I'll take that, and I'm going to put Joe right in tree throwing range of your stupid-faced dog. And he's... Oh, he comes... How much health does he come back with? Destroyed, you can... So I'm guessing... Does he get all his health back? I'm assuming he does.
He would if he's been...
All right. So let's say he gets all his health back.
Because he doesn't get destroyed.
But I know, but that could be...
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know where to stop it. All right. Well, it doesn't say anything specifically, so I'm going to say he gets all his health back. If we did something wrong, oh well. All right. So,
I feel sad. I didn't know you were going to do that.
Well, what do you know? I didn't know the dog was going to come over here and pee all over my boots. What else are you going to do?
Can I still pick up 2 cards if I were to use an Art of War card?
Did you use it to pick up 2 cards?
No.
Would you? Oh, yeah, you can.
I'm going to pick up 2 cards. I am going to use a Loki card. And I'm going to go 1, 2, and claim.
Okay, so she's claiming a stone. All right, Loki.
Oh, I didn't pay for Loki to go.
No, you didn't pay an Art of War card? You cheater. Who does that? Hey, you ready?
Go.
My go. I am drawing a card. Play her. And I'm going to go 1, 2, simple action. Claim as my second ability.
Hey there, me again. You just saw my character claim a stone from an adjacent space. That's because the character I just used has the ability or the talent Gem Collector, which allows them to collect gems from one space away. I just forgot to mention it in the video. Didn't want you to be confused or think I was cheating, because we all know who the cheater is here.
That's what she's doing. Now, with her leader ability, she's going to go through this deck. She's going to find a Thor card, and Thor is going to claim the stone that is right beside his feet that she's not holding, but it's just right there. It's right there. This one right here. He's claiming it. So the first stone of the game has been claimed. It goes to
You mean
Thor.
absorb?
Absorb. Yeah, sorry, I'm not claiming it. I'm absorbing it.
Okay.
He's absorbing it. There's 2 stones on his location, but you can only absorb 1 at a time. So, Thor has absorbed it, and when he absorbs it, he gets a rune card. Rune card, please.
No, thank you.
Now, rune cards look like this, and they can do 2 things. 1, you can use a rune card as an Art of War card, which is handy, an extra Art of War card. Or you can, when you're attacking, you can return the rune card back to the deck to increase your offense by 1 die. But then you lose your rune card for good. So, but you don't lose your rune. That stays on there, or your stone. Okay, so that was it for me.
Okay, so I get to pick up a card.
Yep. Oh, you didn't bring your girls back last turn.
I forgot to do that.
Oh, no, you can't. Oh, yeah, you could have. You could.
I could have.
Yeah, nothing lost, really, yeah?
I'm going to use Loki to absorb this.
Okay, so that's a complex action. He's got wide legs. It's hard to get things out of there. All right.
And now I get a rune.
A rune. Okay, so for 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Tight game.
And then... Nope. That's it.
Okay. So, I go. Oh, you gonna bring your ladies back?
Oh, yeah. How do I... that goes to... They go to Loki, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you're doing...
And I don't need to do an Art of War card.
Sorry, you're doing a troop recall for free. Okay.
And I get to pick up a card.
Oh, you do it when they die. They didn't die.
Oh. I thought
Did
that's
you do
what
that
I did
last time? Oh, yeah, that was cheating.
Yeah.
That was bad information.
Okay.
You only get... her ability, she only gets the extra card when she's dead. So that was a mistake. In your favor. Okay, so I drew my card. Let's see what we're going to do here. First, Hiram is going to go throw a tree at a dog.
I'm fast.
So what's your armor, puppy?
8.
8?
8.
Okay, well I'm throwing 9. 9. So I got my 9 die. And I gotta hit 8s. Okay, so finally you're gonna actually see how combat works normally with armor that's over 5.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had the chance to do that yet. So on average, this is how battle's gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna take a tree. So let's take it. So he's taking this tree. It's the last tree in the space that I can throw. He's just whipping it at the dog face. It's just gonna, I'm gonna impale him with it. So it's gonna go right through like.
He's gonna grab it with his teeth.
Right
like
there.
Fetch.
There you go.
Oh, but he has a sword in his mouth.
He's like he needs a staple remover.
He's so tough.
He needs a staple remover to get that sword out. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, he's rolled right out. Okay, so I got 2 misses. I've got Godslayer, but he's not a god. Oh, 3 misses. 3 misses is not good, but I do have a 5, a 5. What's we got here? 3 and a 4. Oops, no, what was that?
It was a 3.
It was a 3. Oh, you good. That's what I thought it was. And there you go. Okay, so since the die only go up to 5, you're probably wondering how do you get up to 8, right? That's his armor? 8? So here's what you do. First of all, I can make as many of these dies 5s as I want. So I'm going to take this 3, sacrifice it, to add 1 to that 4 to make it a 5. So now I have 3 5s. Sacrificing this 3 to that 3, not going to help. It's not going to give me a 5. So just leave it as is. Now I get to re-roll these 5s because attacks are broken up into 2 stages. You do your initial attack and then your secondary attack. In your secondary attack, you get to re-roll any 5s you've made, either naturally or by adding 1s to them. And then whatever you roll off of these, you add to the 5. So if this 5 rolls a 3, it's an 8, because 5 plus 3, 8. So let's see. Ready? Okay, so we have, oh, that makes it a 9. So he's got 1 hit. And then these make it 6s, which is not enough. But I can sacrifice 7, 8.
So 2 hits.
So 2 hits, because I sacrifice those. And that one does nothing.
1, 2.
Yeah, and if we notice, actually in the prototype, they didn't make a cut high enough, so the window actually can't reach the top row of Fenrir, so it was a little off kilter.
But that's not going to happen in the real game.
No. The joys of prototypes. Yeah. They're fun to get early, but they're not perfect. When you get the Kickstarter, be sweet. Okay, so that was it, right?
That's it.
I attacked. I threw a tree.
Now the tree is gone. Get out of here. Throwing it back.
Okay, so let's put it.
We will not be playing fetch.
Yeah, that's what it should have fetch. Okay, so next I'm going to play an Art of War card. And I'm going to use Joe. But here's the thing. I put Joe there because I want to throw a tree at him. But Joe only has a range of 0, so the trees would give him a range of 1, so he can't reach the wolf. But he can walk over there and hit him with his axe. So he's going to walk over to the puppy. He's going to attack the puppy. Because he doesn't care much for the puppy. What's the puppy's armor now?
I have initiative, by the way.
You have initiative?
Yep.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
Which means...
Initiative means she can... Brittany can spend one of the Fenrir cards that she's holding in her hand, if she's holding them in her hand, and do a retaliation action first before I attack.
It's only if you have a card?
Yeah, you have to spend a card. You still have to do the retaliation.
Oh.
So you have to pay the retaliation cost.
Mm.
So you're not going to do that? Okay, fine then. So I am going to attack with 6. So let's get rid of these. So 6. And his armor's 8 still?
7.
That's 7. His armor's 7. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Oh, I like where this is going so far. It's a 5 and a 5. What are these? Oh, we got 1 blank. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. See, if I roll these 2, because sacrificing these is not going to give me enough. If I roll these 2, I risk rolling a blank. And if I roll a blank, I lose the 5. It's not like 5 plus 0. It's just like the next one, it's negated. So if I roll these 2, I risk rolling blanks and canceling them. So I only did a 7. So I'm going to sacrifice these 2 to make that a 7 and guarantee 1 hit. Got it? Mm-hmm. So then I'm going to roll this one. Roll this 5. I'm not going to roll that 5. And I got a 6, and I'll sacrifice that for a 7. So I hit him twice.
So hold on, you was here, right?
Yep.
1, 2.
And keep in mind, keep note if he loses any abilities or speed.
He lost speed.
Oh, good. So, that's what Joe does. Joe doesn't like when you come bossing him around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to do this. I'm going to use a rune card as an Art of War card. And I'm going to use Icy Touch on Fenrir. Icy Touch means, I'll read it to you. Take Jotun's token, that's that one I just gave you. Oh, sorry, no. Ignore what I just read. Place the token on the enemy unit in Joe's area. When the enemy unit activates, it suffers the effect of polar terrain, then returns the token to its owner. So it's like you're in the icy terrain when you light up your wolf. Now here's what happens. The effects of polar terrain are as such. 1, you take a damage right away. You take a wound. Excellent. Next, you cannot use your active and offensive powers. Oh, sorry, active and offensive power are ignored for the current turn. Oh, one thing we should mention, I don't know if we've done it by accident, but when you do a complex action, you have to ignore your talents and your powers. The only power that you can do during a complex action is permanent abilities. And all your units are powers are permanent, not the Jarls, but their powers.
The one with the stars.
Well, there's no stars on the units.
Sorry.
And all the ones with stars on your dashboards, yes. So I don't know if we've been screwing that up.
I don't know.
But we'll see. So, there you go. I did that. So I give you that Icy Touch. Now it's your go.
That sucked.
That wasn't so bad. Now move for me, puppy. Dance.
Okay. I'm going to look for a specific card.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, what are you going to do? A lot of trees to throw in that area.
I'm going to use Loki to move one and claim.
All right. I got to throw Loki. That's what I got to do. You done?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to draw. And now, what's Loki's talents? Nobody's has block, right? So if I wanted to...
Only Lagertha has block.
Lagertha. Okay.
Oh, no, she has... Yeah, she has block.
So I'm going to use Joe. And Joe's going to do a simple action. And he's going to go from this space to here and claim that stone.
Mm-hmm.
Dibs. And that's all I'll do this turn. Go.
I'm so angry. All right. Lagertha
Where's she at?
is going to move here.
She hasn't done anything in a while.
No, she hasn't. And she's going to lose or use her leader ability to use the
Yeah, the Lost Boys.
Offender. And then they're going to use a complex action to run.
Oh, hello, boys. Is there movement 2?
What?
Oh, it's 1. Oh yeah, sorry, they only moved 2 because they were so far back. I didn't notice it was only 1, 2 to get up there.
Yeah.
All right. Done.
Done.
Okay. I'm actually going to pass, and when the person passes, they get to draw another card.
Just one?
Yeah. Well, I drew the one for my turn, and then I'm drawing another one. Go.
I'm picking up my last card.
Okay. There's a special rule that happens when you have to shuffle your graveyard into your deck, but we'll explain that when it happens.
Does leader affect the surrounding area or just the area you're in?
Surrounding area.
Okay. I'm going to activate
Lagertha.
And she's going to move 1, 2.
Okay. So now you need to go through your deck, which you don't have right now, right? Are you going to do the leader ability?
Yes. But I have it in my hand.
Okay, sure. Yeah, do that.
I'm going to use the...
Yeah, the Lost Boys.
Yep. And they're going to claim this.
Okay.
And walk.
All right, we'll walk one space away. So now that bridge is full. Nobody else can be on this space. Now here's the thing. When a space is full, nobody else can walk onto it. But any adjacent space can perform a melee attack as if they were in that space. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to shuffle this.
No, not until you have to draw a card. You don't have to draw a card yet. You
okay.
do?
No.
Okay. So. Excellent. Okay, so I am going to play Thor. He's going to do a complex action and absorb that. Mm-hmm. He's going to get a rune card for doing it. So we're at 2 so far. And then I'm going to trigger my Oathbreakers by using a Art of War card, my Oathbreakers. And they're going to move, they're going to move just one space right here. Right here. There you go. And they're going to attack as a range 0, as I mentioned, because that space is full. Mm-hmm. And they're going to, actually, maybe not the Oathbreakers. Hold on. I gotta just check my cards, see what my maths is on these cards. No, I'm good. Yeah, Oathbreakers it is. They're a good option. Or are they? Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, no. So here's what I'm gonna do instead. Bring the Oathbreakers back. No, they're fine. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. See, the Oathbreakers are going to attack. And they're going to move and attack these guys. So the Oathbreakers has +1 attack if this unit has at least 3 Oathbreakers in it, which it does.
Yep.
And at the end of their activation phase, they actually heal 1. So, but they're not very strong. So they attack for 4. What's Lost Boys? What's your wolves?
Defense is 5.
Defense is 5.
+1. So 6.
Because they're complete?
Yep.
Okay, so 6. Let's see if I can tear you down a bit. Was that my second? No, that was my first action, wasn't it? No,
So
Thor.
this is considered a 0?
0 range, yeah.
Okay. Well, I have...
What's he got?
I have Torment and Berserk.
Torment is if you're attacking me.
Okay, never mind.
Berserk is if you're going to do 2 attacks. So those are both offensive.
Okay.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Here we go.
I swear this is the last time. In this combat, I actually forgot to apply my Oathbreaker's Torment talent, which would reduce the defense of Brittany's unit by 1, so it would make them easier to hit. Although I rolled so poorly, I don't think it would have made a difference. But I thought you should know.
Not the best. I'm going to go right out and say, not very good. Not very
Excellent.
Good. Because I got a lot of 1s. So I'm going to sacrifice all of these for a 5. So that's going to be a 5. And I'm hoping to get 1 hit.
Blank.
I got a hit. See a dog face boy? Oh, don't they ignore
This
an attack?
troop ignores the first wound inflicted by an attacker.
Boo. Boo. Are you going to retaliate?
Yes. Yoink.
Okay, so retaliate.
So I get 4.
Okay. And their armor is 4.
And I had Torment.
So their armor is 3. They should be fairly easy to kill. Okay, well, 1 miss.
So I only got 1.
Oh, I like how you only got 1 so far. Well, you can guarantee.
Oh, do I have another die there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
So you can guarantee 2 hits because you can change that to a 3.
Oh, okay.
Right? So just put that over there. Change your 2 to a 3. There's 3. Because there are 4 naturally.
Oh, but
you reduce them by 1.
Perfect. So I hit you twice.
Twice. So I'm gonna get rid of the guy, the intern,
Yeah.
and an Oathbreaker. Okay, so that was it. At the end of their activation, they regenerate. So 1 comes back. They regenerate 1 Oathbreaker. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh.
It's your go.
Hold on. All right.
So you got to draw a card. Now here's the thing. So Brittany, are you ready for this? So Brittany has got to draw a card, and she does not have a card to draw. So here's what happens. Unlike other deck building games or games with a deck that you're shuffling through, normally she would just shuffle her graveyard, and that'll be your new deck. But in Mythic Battles Ragnarok, we all refresh our hands. But here's the thing. I take all the cards that are left in my deck and I put them in my hand. So I actually started casting slower toward the end, so I'd have more cards when this happened to give myself a whole bunch of options. So then I take my deck and I shuffle it.
Ooh, I hate your smirk. Can we talk about the smirk? Do you not hate his smirk? It makes me want to rage. It's so evil.
All right, let's, you just make me happy.
Whatever. All
right.
Let me know in the comments below if you feel the same. All right, fine. 1. I am going to actually put down this card to pick up 2.
Okay.
Okay. So I can still do a 0 attack on your skeletons, or only when you're attacking me?
You can't do a 0 attack on my skeletons because my area is not full. You'll have to move into that area if you want to attack them.
Okay.
I couldn't move into your area, so I was able to do that.
Okay. So I'm going to move Lagertha into your area.
Welcome.
And I'm going to attack you.
Okay, what's their attack?
Her attack is 6.
Okay, my defense is 4. Okay.
Do you attack first?
No.
Oh.
Nope. Here you go.
Can you pass me 2 more dice?
Well, you know what I screwed up? My Oathbreakers, I don't think it mattered because I rolled so low, but my Oathbreakers have a Torment, so it would reduce your defense by 1.
Okay.
Oh, why did you do that? It's chaos now.
Thank you.
Jesus, that's a good roll. All right, so
5.
you get rid of this blank. It's blank. And I'll just take these all out so we can see them better. Okay, so they get hits on 4s, so that's 4 hits right there. So you don't have to do anything. And they're all dead.
Cool.
And there's no retaliation for the dead. So that stone stays there.
And I did 2 actions, so I can't pick that up, but I can use her leader ability. For the
Lost Boys.
offender.
Lost Boys. So, all right, what are they going to do? They can't pick up that thing either because you can only carry 1.
I know.
So what you going to do? What you going to do? What you going to do? What you
Got
got?
to walk away.
Walk away. Walk away. All right.
Loki.
That's all they're doing?
And they're calling Loki. Loki.
That's not a move. Okay. My go?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to draw. Oh, I had a chance to get my guys back. Do you mind if I forgot to do their thing to bring them back?
Sure.
I haven't looked at my card.
Sure.
Sorry, I've never lost a troop.
I've never lost a troop.
I just keep forgetting. So I'm going to put them right here. And that would have been done at the end of my last turn. So I used an Art of War card for that. So now I'm going to draw. Okay. So here, you actually killing my guys, Oathbreakers, helped me.
No!
Because check this out. I'm going to use Golvig
Oh, she didn't do gem collector?
She's going to do a gem collector, which she couldn't have done because the zombies were holding it, my Oathbreakers. So she's going to do a gem collector.
And
she's going to be like,
it.
no, she doesn't have to drop. She's going to be like, mine, this is mine. And because she ended her activation, she's going to go look for a Thor card. Bam! And Thor is going to absorb the stone that she's holding.
I need you.
I like them apples.
Here's your rune
I'll
card.
take my rune card. Thank you very much. I will stick it in my card holder.
I don't think I can catch up to you. I think this game's over.
This game was over before it even started. So, that was my 2 moves.
So my go.
Very cool. I can get
Oh my
cards.
gosh.
I can do cards. I can do stuff, but I don't want to. Go ahead.
I want to rage right now.
Rage. Dun, 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 dun. Rage. I'm excited. I'm excited where this is going. We had a whole bunch of fight, and all of a sudden now it's like a rush for the crystals over here.
I'm gonna use these guys to.
You did a lot of damage to me.
I can't catch up.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Go.
I like this defeatist mentality on you.
Look at all your cards.
First of all,
I want to flip this table. If I could lift this table, I'd flip it.
Look who's back in the game. Joe is back. And Joe is gonna run. He's gonna
The fact that he doesn't die and recharges is nuts because he's a strong character.
He's gonna go bam, bam. He's running, so he's doing 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3.
I just cheated. I didn't even realize it until I was editing. I should have not been able to pass by Brittany's Lagartha, because when you enter into a space with an enemy, you have to stop in that space. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I probably would have figured another way around it, but still, I did. I cheated.
And because he's boreal, he's not affected by the polar ability.
Boo.
Yeah. So he ran over there, and he's like, sup, Thor? And then I'm going to use an Art of War card to go find a specific card. I wonder what I'm going to find. I'm just going to put this card secretly. You don't know what it is. I'm putting it secretly in my hand.
Gee, I wonder if it's a Thor card.
And then I got to play another Art of War card, but I run out, so I just use all the runes from all the stone runes I collected, and then activate Thor and absorb this one right out of Joe. Joe, remember Joe who got beat on by the stupid dog, and then he gets this. Another curse. That's 4. I've got 4. What do you got? 1. Oh, it was close.
It was not my game. It was not my game.
So close. So close. You know, there was a time where I thought, and I was kind of worried, I was thinking this side of the board was the winner side because I've always played on this side and I've crushed you every time. But now I'm on the other side and I won again. So I think we know what the situation is here. It's this guy right here. This
is the end of Board Game Coffee. Mark was no longer seen.
All right. So that was Mythic Battles Ragnarok. That was me crushing Brittany at Mythic Battles Ragnarok. And I know it started off rough with me breaking Thor's hammer, but the insta-attack has been holding on pretty good.
I feel like that gave you a little bit of magic.
Yeah, I think I need to, we need to get the model glue out and fix that.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was certain things I didn't get to do, which I thought was kind of a bummer.
Oh, poor thing. You didn't get to do it.
Like Golve, she can give you this token, and then you can't do any maneuvers or recall your troops.
Yeah, which is a good one.
For a turn.
Well, I didn't get to do Loki's ability where I can switch places if I'm under attack. I can just like...
Yeah, that's why I just don't attack him. It's when I don't attack him when he's surrounded by people. I'm like, he's fine. He's fine. I wanted to kill that dog, though. I really did. Stupid Fenrir.
He's my buddy.
But yeah, there you go.
All right.
I'd assume Jotun he'd come back with.
I totally want to play you again. I'm like so ragey right now.
What am I gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, as a couple, we've played this game quite a bit, and I enjoy it as a couples game. Mm-hmm. It plays great at 2.
It does.
Like this isn't a review. Usually a review we kind of go more into details and play everything and try everything and all different combos. But we have targeted a few favorites. My favorite character of this game is Golve. I love her leader ability. And she looks cool with the things. And only once was I able to pull her ability. She's got this ability called Corruption. And she can, if you have like your a troop unit that's like just dead and off the board, she can recruit them. So I did that once to Chris. I took his shield maidens. That's these girls right. No, where are they? They're at the end. You can't see them. Anyways, he had his shield maidens all dead. So I was able to, you take the minis, you take the card, and you take all the other cards and you shuffle them into your deck. So they are part of your thing permanently until the game's over. And I was like, oh, that was cool. I enjoyed doing that. But I didn't get to do it that time. It's hard to pull off. Because people usually, when their troops die, they just bring them back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Thor's got a cool ability where he can throw his hammer and hit anybody on the board anywhere, just like in the movies, where he's like, and it's like, it's got like a sniper ability. I like Thor. And he also heals himself once, like one step at the end of every turn. But he's never took any damage, so I'm not exactly sure how that works. But yeah, yep. And there's all kinds of cool abilities. But I dig it. I like the dice system of like this whole like
I do like the dice system
re-roll the fives and add the fives, and it's funny how.
And I do like the deck building format, like the pain of wanting to do something and you can't because you don't have a card.
Yeah, because you're like, I want to move Loki, but I can't move Loki. But
like painful.
But you're like, I have an Art of War card, and I could just go get that Loki card, or I'll get two, and one of them might be the Loki card.
Yeah.
And you're like, I did, and so it's like this little risk reward thing. But I like it because it makes you like, you just have to plan for everything, and you kind of got to be aware of how many cards are in your deck of that character. Like I know Thor has 4. I know, like, she has 4. Because it says right on here, too, on your dashboard, how many they have.
And it says on all the cards.
And then you can always look through your graveyard, and you could look through your opponent's graveyard, too, and see, it's like, do I have to worry about Loki? And you go through the graveyard, it's like, no, all the Loki cards are in there. I don't have to worry about Loki right now. So I like that. And I like the claiming, because you basically, like, you took the crystal and you ran away with it, and I'm like, come back here, you crazy kids. Get off my lawn. Yeah. Anyways... So we've enjoyed it. If you enjoyed watching this playthrough, or if this seems like a game you'd be interested in, check them out on Kickstarter. It's going to be awesome, and the minis will be a lot more durable than this. A lot more durable, but it's so pretty. So pretty.
I really like the board presence.
Oh, and the table presence.
Table presence.
And the good thing about it, about the Kickstarter, is there's so many extras, like all the stretch goals.
I can't wait.
Circles are pretty. I can't wait to
pumped.
A bunch of big monsters. Yeah, because I want to, like, I've enjoyed playing with this. I want to play with the real one. I want to play with the Titans, because there's no Titans in this prototype. And Titans, they've got different rules. Like, they're bigger, and I think the way it works is if I recruit a Titan for my divinity, I think you get to place your god or something.
Oh, cool.
For free, or somebody else for free. I can't remember. There's something about it. But
more abilities. There's more stuff.
Just more stuff. It's neat. And the Jarls are new for this one, as I mentioned.
Which I like.
Yeah, the Jarls are cool. And I love throwing trees.
I think that's really cool.
Throwing trees is neat.
I'm glad we were able to do that.
That was cool.
Even though it was at me, I still think it's cool. Okay.
All right. That is it. See you guys next week. Ciao.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.